Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Anita Library. I'm Anita and this is my library for now. I'm getting ready to pack up all of my books for my upcoming move. As I do this, I'm also going to be doing like a tiny bit of a declutter or unhaul rather, because obviously I don't want to bring books that I definitely am not going to read or reread. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of those before I pack them up and haul dead weight. So hopefully you enjoy the video, and I think my next video, or next week rather, some way or another, you will see like my new space once I get to my new house. But yes, this is going to be the last book of summer, end of summer book camp, and I've really enjoyed filming these videos and like going through this journey with you guys and like documenting it, and just doing like some reflection and like some fun themed videos. So if you like it, please give it a thumbs up and I will definitely do more. It takes some brain power to think of the concepts and stuff, but it's so much freaking fun. So if you like it, please let me know down in the comments. Give me your feedback of how I can make it better or what you would like to see moving forward. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. Like I said, my next video, or at least next week's videos, will contain my reveal of my new space. So subscribe so you don't miss. Other than that, just stay tuned and watch me go ahead and pack my I have two of these bins. They don't match. I have another clear one, but I have stuff in it and I don't really feel like transferring it to the purple one just for the sake of matching. It's fine. It's really not bothering me as much. So all I'm gonna do is just, in no particular order, because I'm going to probably change the way that I organize my books when I get to my new space. I'm just gonna put them in the bin if I'm keeping them. So I have the Dreamland Billionaire series. I'm definitely keeping these. Oh boy, obviously, okay, I only put 3 books in here and like, I can already tell I'm gonna need more bins because I only have 2 so far. All of these books are keeps for sure. I have my Eric Jerome Dickey books, some of my favorite like swoon-worthy books are in there. I have this one, That Faith, That Trust, That Love. This is a Christian romance, a Black Christian romance that I read a long time ago. But do I plan on like rereading this? Probably not. Should I move you closer? Are you good? Let's move you closer. Okay, hopefully that's better. I kind of have a light squat down, but it's fine. I felt like I was yelling like across the room, but yeah, I don't know that I'm going to reread this. It was good. I read this a very long time ago, but I truly don't have interest in rereading this. I wouldn't mind reading some more Christian romance, Black Christian romance, but I don't know, this one, that's going in the declutter or the unhaul pile. The rest of these are, a lot of these are like YA. This is one of my, probably my only urban romance that I have. This was a oldie favorite and I will definitely be rereading that sometime. So yeah, those are gonna stay. My Jasmine Gulleries, I love Jasmine Gullery. All of these easily are staying. These are some of my favorite like swoony romances. Uh-oh. I have so many like paperbacks and it's hard to like pack those because they want to get all squished up. My Terry McMillan books, I want to keep them all honestly because I have like a soft spot for them, but truly I don't know that I am going to read I Almost Forgot About You. I think I'm gonna keep it for now. I will read the rest of these. Getting Happy also isn't my favorite, but I don't know, maybe after reading Waiting to Exhale Again, which is the first book, the prequel to Getting to Happy, maybe I'll change my mind and I want to read that again. But these are just nostalgic books that I just can't bring myself to let go of. So as of right now, those are all gonna be keeps. All right, now I have Neon Gods by Katie Robert. I'm not gonna read this again. This is a Hades and Persephone retelling, but it is like a dark romance, super spicy. Like I promise you, this is literally just spiced with like a thread of plot, and it's a gorgeous book, like I love. But am I ever gonna reread this? No. Am I ever gonna talk about it again? No. This is probably, I think this was the first book that I read when I got back into reading, but this didn't keep me back into reading. So yeah, I'll never talk about this book again, so that can go. My Kennedy Ryan Hoops series books, I am definitely going to keep all 3 of these. If you know that I don't love Block Shot, but there's no reason whatsoever why I would like get rid of that. I need the whole series together. Please 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 by Renee Swindle. This is an old book that I had. You can tell the pages are worn. I remember this character is like toxic AF. I don't want to read that again. So that one's gonna go. I do not like this book. I could not wait to do an unhaul so that I could get rid of this book. I will not continue the series. I will not read any more Lucy Score. It just was not my vibe. It was not my vibe. And this book had me thinking that I didn't like small town romances. Like, no, I just don't like, I wasn't a fan. No shade whatsoever. It just was not for me. And then I have my other 2 Kennedy Ryan books, Before I Let Go and This Could Be Us, from the Skyland series. So those are coming with me. I have Keeping 13 and Binding 13. I'm certainly not going to continue this series. Like, I'll just say that right out the gate. I'm never going to reread these. These are really popular books, and I feel like this is definitely something that I could definitely give away for someone else to enjoy, because I think I'm in the minority of people who don't like these books. But these are totally not staying with me. I'm not bringing them. They're huge. They're so long. They're so wordy. Like, do I feel things from the books? Like, yes, but not in a good way. So these are getting unhauled for me. The other books that I just put in here are my Tia Williams books. Obviously, those are going with me to the grave. And then Nicola Yoon, Instructions for Dancing. I adore this book so much. So that one is definitely coming with me. All right, I'm not doing too bad. I'm not doing too bad. Let's see. Next up, Daniel Keyes, Flowers for Aghanon. I was just talking about this book in another video and I couldn't remember the author, but it is Daniel Keyes. So this one is one that I will definitely be keeping. I adore this book so much. Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. This is a classic, so I feel like I should keep it. I have a Disneyland Paris ticket in here as a bookmark. That's so cute. I'm gonna keep the ticket for sure. But do I want to keep Brave New World? You know, I will read this. I'll definitely reread this, so I'll keep that. James Baldwin, If Beale Street Could Talk. This is a classic. I don't know that I'll reread it for sure, because I don't know, it's kind of hard hitting, but it's a short read, and I feel like if it could be considered cozy to me. Is it like warm and fuzzy? No, but it can be considered cozy. I don't know if that makes any sense. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one. Margaret Atwood, The Handmaid's Tale, absolutely. I plan on rereading that, as well as the New Testaments, which I have, but I haven't read yet. The Power by Naomi Alderman. This was a good book. This was definitely a good book. This is sci-fi. I think it's dystopian as well. It's been a while since I read it. Will I reread it? Maybe. I definitely won't take that outside the realm of possibility that like I might reread that. And then I have Chinua Achebe, Things Fall Apart. This is a classic. I will definitely reread this. This had me crying. I was messed up over this book. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad, and it hit. If you haven't read Things Fall Apart, please do. It was a quick read. It kept me engaged. It's dusty because I've had it for so long, but I will definitely reread this, and I do recommend. I certainly recommend. So this is coming with me for sure. Alright, moving on. I have Mrs. Wiggins. I just read this. I love. Will I reread again? Maybe. The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. This is a classic. I must keep. Jodi Picoult, Small Great Things. I love this book. She writes about so many like contemporary issues, modern day issues, and in such a relatable way. And I absolutely adore her writing style. I've read 2 books of hers. I've read this one and 19 Minutes. I read that one in high school, and it still sticks with me. And I definitely want to read more from her. So, as time goes on, I'll definitely explore more of Jodi Picoult, but I'll definitely be keeping this. Tari Jones, Silver Sparrow. I read this book a long time ago. I'll probably give it one more reread and make the consideration of whether or not I want to keep it after that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm keeping it as of right now just because it is a Black author and it's a Black story. So if anything, this will be good for like recommendations for people. Like I didn't dislike it. I didn't unhaul it after I read it. It's been a while since I read it, and it's not really resonating with me at this moment. The House of Eve by Sadika Johnson, I'll definitely be keeping. And Troublous Saints by Alea Dawn Johnson. I was supposed to buddy read this with one of my friends, and I never did. So, and I don't know how this is on my read shelf. I think it's because it's like a book that I had when I started my collection, so it just ended up over there, but I haven't read it yet, and I need to. So I will definitely be reading this. And this looks like it's historical fiction. It says New York 1942, so I will be bringing that one along. I have American Street by E.B. Zaboy. E.B. Zaboy. I have read this a long time ago. If you can tell, it is like old and icky and sticky, but again, I'm keeping this for a future reread. I remember enjoying it, but I don't remember the nuances of the book, so this definitely deserves a reread from me. The Coldest Winter Ever, absolutely. Like, I don't even have to think about that. Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire-Sainz. If I'm saying his name right. I adore this book. This book made me sob my little eyeballs out. I read the sequel. I listened to it on audiobook. I need to get the physical copy, but I will definitely be keeping this. This is one of my favorites. It's a YA queer romance and Mexican American, and it's so beautiful. The Blueprint by Rajiana Rashad. If you know this was literally not my favorite, but I'm gonna be so real with you. I'm gonna be so for real. I'm keeping it because I love the cover. I love the cover. And maybe I just want to look at it and just be like, but I'm not getting rid of it. And then I paid full price for this. It's like 30 bucks. Yeah, this literally is $30. I'm keeping this book. So yeah, it doesn't, like, for me, it doesn't need to be like the most world-changing reason that I want to keep the book or that I want to get rid of the book. Like, it's my personal private book collection, and if I want to keep it or if I want to get rid of it, that's up to me. So I honestly gave it 1 star, and it was such a struggle, but I want to keep it. I'll keep it. I have Toni Morrison's Home. Obviously, I'm going to keep that one. That's a classic. And I have The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Honestly, I don't think I've read this. I think I started listening to it on audio, but it didn't really hit. So I definitely need to like read this actually physically. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that one as well. Surprisingly, I'm so scared of how heavy this is about to be. Oh, it's not bad. Or I'm just strong. Next, I'm going down to my fantasy shelf. I don't know if you can see, but I'm literally keeping all of these. I have This Poison Heart and This Wicked Fate by Kaylin Barron. I adore this series. This was my first fantasy book that I've read this year or ever. Well, Harry Potter, I read that. And Hunger Games, the first Hunger Games book I did read. But anyways, this is the first one that I read this year, and I really liked it. It's YA, it's about plants and kind of like witchiness. It's got Greek mythology in it. It's so unique. So I'm definitely keeping those. And then I have inarguably the most popular fantasy series. We have A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I also have Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, so I'm definitely keeping both of those. These are gonna have to go into my next bin. I'm definitely gonna need 3 bins, at least 3 bins for my books, because this one is full. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the bins. I'll show you my first full bin, and then we'll go to my unread bookshelf. So this is the full book tub that I have most of my read books inside. I totally forgot that I have another stack here of thrillers that were on like my bottom shelf, so I have to put those away. And then this is the bin that has my fantasy in it, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this one up and then go through my thrillers. First, I have all of my Gillian Flynn. I will be keeping all of these. I have read Gone Girl. I have read Sharp Objects. I haven't read Dark Places yet, but I definitely, certainly, absolutely will. So yes, these will be kept. My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. I've had this for so long that like the pages are starting to turn, and I don't want to. I just don't have interest. I also will say, as I have been like going through these, for the most part, I'm going to keep all books by Black authors. Oh man, my camera's dying. All right, let me go ahead and get through this stuff really quickly, and then I'll charge it and I'll eat my lunch. That's a good plan. So if it's a by Black author, I'm probably going to keep it, no matter how much I liked or disliked it. So these ones are not some of my favorites, but as of right now, I'm going to keep them. Maybe at the end of the year when I do that declutter, or when I do that unhaul, I'll rethink it, but I'm just going to keep them for now. Those here. Very Vicious Games, love. The Perfect Marriage. This reminds me of Gone Girl, and if I want to read a book of this vibe, I'm gonna read Gone Girl, so I'm just gonna unhaul that one. All of my Frida, I'm gonna keep. These two I thought were good, The Teacher and The Housemaid. The Inmate was not my favorite, but I'm just gonna go ahead and keep all of them because I have like a Frida collection, so I'm gonna keep those. Tiffany D. Jackson, Allegedly, and Monday's Not Coming, I will definitely be keeping those. And then Annie Bot is one of my only sci-fis, and I really enjoyed that. I will definitely reread, so I'm gonna keep that. So that is my read books bin, and so far this is what we are unhauling. So it's not a lot, but it's more than I thought, so I'm not mad at that. So I'm gonna go ahead and have lunch while my camera battery charges, and then I'll come back and do the other shelf. Okay, I am over to my unread bookshelf. This is a shelf where I feel like I'm gonna do a little bit more unhauling than I was doing before. So let's go ahead and get started. On top here, if you've never noticed in some of my videos, I have like this Big Daddy just like on top of the bookshelf. I have started reading this book twice. It is a very dense like epic fantasy. I don't know if it's officially considered epic, but it's epic to me, child. It's a very dense fantasy. I believe there's dragons, there is there magic? I don't remember, but it's sapphic. It's supposed to be like absolutely phenomenal. Like if you are like a hard head, like heavy fantasy reader, like you probably have read this. And one of my friends recommended this to me, and I purchased it despite it being so big, but I'm not ready to read it. So, but I will keep it. I will get there in my fantasy journey. So I'm gonna keep that and pack it. I'm having a hard time putting that in the box. All right, let's grab these few books here. So Chaos Theory is brand new, so I'm definitely keeping that. I'm having trouble fitting this book in here. It's so big. All right, that's gonna have to do. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping Chaos Theory. I Want to Be Where You Are by Christina Forrest. Now That I Found You by Christina Forrest. When I Think of You, Abso-freaking-lutely. Ashley Antoinette, I'm not reading this anytime soon, but I will keep that. One True Loves by Elise Bryant. This one, I'm gonna read it. It's not a high priority for me at this time because her books are not like life-changing at all, but they're decent. So I expect this to be decent. Maybe just to like read this after like a really emotional book or like a really dense book, then I'll read something like this. But is it my, like, do I anticipate it to be 5 stars? No, I don't. But I will go ahead and keep it. Then skip some of these. Mercy by Sarah Kate. I guess I started reading this. Has a bookmark in it. No, I didn't. It's on the prologue. I just put a bookmark in it, I guess, to signal intent to read. But I haven't yet read that. That's the only book I have from the Salacious Players Club. But I do want to read it. Nora Goes Off Script. I will definitely be reading that. Okay, sorry, I had to do some shuffling in there. I have Jasmine Guillory, The Proposal, The Romantic Agenda, Mickey Chambers Shakes It Up. I'm gonna keep all of these. I accidentally took this out, that was already in there. But yeah, I'm gonna keep all of these books. These ones that are hiding in the back, they are in the back not because I don't wanna look at them, they're in the back because they're all Christmas books, holiday books. So I'm not going to have them on the forefront of my bookshelves because I'm not gonna read them outside of the holiday season. So I will keep all of these. All right, these I'm gonna keep Zora Books Her Happily Ever After. Why do I only have one of American Royalty? Where's the other one? All right, that's very strange. This is a duology, and I literally just had this book because I was talking about it yesterday, but I can't find the other one. But I'm definitely gonna keep it. I have these two like emotionally damaging books that I want to keep. Funny Story by Emily Henry. It is an anticipated read. Is it highly anticipated? No, but it's anticipated. So I definitely want to keep it. Dating Playbook, keep. Brutal Prince. I picked this up because I thought I was going to potentially read this for like a completed book series, but I'm not interested. So I'm going to unhaul this. Archer's Voice is emotional damage. I will definitely keep that one. Wretched is a new buy. Dark Romance, Jasmine Guillory, you know I'm gonna keep, and you know I'm gonna keep Tia Williams. This finish up this shelf. I have Piece Me Together by Renee Watson. I think this is like a coming of age story where she's just trying to find like where she belongs. I definitely want to keep this one. The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer, keep. Sweetness in the Skin by Ishi Robinson. This is one of my most recent purchases, so I will keep that for sure. An American Marriage by Tayari Jones, I will be keeping. Now we're on to our fantasy shelf. I have Skin of the Sea and Soul of the Deep. This is a duology by Natasha Bowen. I will definitely be keeping this. It's about black mermaids. The Poisons We Drink. This is a highly anticipated read for me. For some reason, I just haven't gotten around to it, but it is highly anticipated. The Last Magician. I think I'm going to pull this because I'm going to keep that like closer to home because I have been teetering with reading that one imminently. So I want to pull that so that it's available to me during my move. And then I have House of the Cerulean Sea. I am keeping and packing. Powerless by Lauren Roberts, keep. Curses by Lish McBride, keep. We Became the City, The City We Became, keep. Wings of Ebony. I've had this for a long time. I'm gonna keep it. I've had this for so long. In comparison of like the rest of the books that I have on my unread bookshelf, and I never once think to pick this up. So this probably is going to be in like if I don't read this by a certain time frame, I have to unhaul it. So maybe like by the end of the year or something. I don't know if that's too close to home, like too close to like give myself that time frame. Maybe like 6 months or something. If I don't read it in 6 months, I gotta unhaul it. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it for now. Blood Like Magic, kind of similarly to Wings of Ebony. I've had this for a while. I just haven't read it, and I feel like I need to prioritize this soon. Maybe I'll read this during October because it's giving witch. Yep, she's a witch. It's witchy. So I'll probably read that during spooky season. Lovecraft Country. I just got this in a recent haul. I love the show. I definitely want to read this book. Divine Rivals, keep. Bewitched, this is probably my newest buy. This one is also witchy. I will definitely keep this one. I have The Witcher. This is the first book in the very long-standing series. I've watched a little bit of this on TV and I really liked it. It's just very complex and I needed to read it in physical form for myself in order to like grasp it a little bit better. I have not yet done that because I'm intimidated, so but I will get around to this eventually. I want to keep that. Then I have the first 2 books in the side series. I will be keeping those for sure. Now we are down to my thriller shelf, thriller and horror. I have The Reformatory, you know this isn't going anywhere. Keep. S.A. Cosby, All the Sinners Bleed, keep. I started reading that. I just kind of took a bit of a break and haven't picked it back up, but I will keep it. Where Sleeping Girls Lie, keep. Silent Patient, this one, let me take the sticker off. This one isn't particularly a highly anticipated read, but I will get around to it and I think I'll enjoy it at least decently. It's just not at the top of my priority list. I will keep that. Then I have Throne of Glass, the first book in the Throne of Glass series from Sarah J. Maas. Whenever I get settled, probably at the turn of the year, I will buy the entire series and just get into it. I am really looking forward to reading this series. I'm not putting it off because like I don't like it or like I'm over Sarah J. Maas. That's not the case at all. I'm actually really ready to get into the series. It's just I didn't want to buy 8 really big daddy books or 7 big daddy books because A, I don't really have the space on my shelves the way that they were organized at my house here, and B, I have so many other books and I know once I get into this world like I'm gonna be in that thing. So I just want to get a little bit more diverse reads happening right now, but as soon as makes sense for me, I'm gonna get the rest of these and I am very excited to get into it, like very excited. So that is definitely a keep. All that to say, keep. And then I'm doing like the split type stance. One of Our Kind by Nicole Yoon. This was a highly anticipated read for me. This is probably the most gorgeous cover that I have in my collection, in my personal private opinion, and I really want to read it. It says Stepford Wives meets Get Out, but I read a review that really like wilted my lily about this, but I'm still really looking forward to reading it. My hopes aren't as high anymore, unfortunately. The School for Good Mothers by Jessamine Chan, definitely a highly anticipated read. Is it highly anticipated enough for me to pull it separately? Yes. I'll put that on my imminent read shelf. I have Darling Rose Gold by Stephanie Roble. I really don't know what this book is about. It's gorgeous. I found it on my bargain table at my Barnes & Noble. I mean, in my Books A Million. It says, Mothers Never Forget, Daughters Never Forgive. Something about prison. This is nice. I'm gonna keep that. To be honest, I totally forgot I had that book, but I do want to keep it. Listen for the Lie by Amy Ventura, definitely want to keep. I've heard nothing but good things about that one. And then I have Anywhere You Run by Wanda M. Morris. I've heard mixed reviews on this one, but again, this is on my bargain table. Black author thriller, Say Less. So that is all of my thrillers. On the bottom shelf, I have all of my nonfiction. I'm gonna keep all of my nonfiction. Do I like gravitate towards them frequently? No, but most of them are like reference books, memoirs, and stuff like that. Like self-work books and poetry, you know, stuff that I don't necessarily like, oh, what's gonna be in my TBR or one of those. Not necessarily, but I do like having them. So I'm gonna keep those, and I have filled all of my bins. I am going to close this one up. Well, let me show you what it looks like first. I'm gonna close it up, and then we will pack my TBR cart and my nonfiction. All right, so this is my like thriller section. I honestly, most of these are hardback, so I feel like I wasn't able to fit as much in these as compared to like other my other genres. But I'm really, like I said, trying to play Tetris in here so that my books aren't like wrinkled and stuff, where they're not like getting squished. All right, that's excellent, excellent. And now I need to squeeze in Throne of Glass. Come on, baby. Oh, you know what? I can just fit that right on top. Why am I being ridiculous? Okay, that is it for that one. Uh-oh, why are you playing with me? Why aren't you snapping closed? Okay, there it is. It's closed. So that is that tin. I'm gonna put it over in this corner over there with the other ones and go pull up another bin. I might even like put them in like a tote bag or something. We'll see. Be right back. Ooh, let me focus. Can you focus on me? Thank you. So let me go ahead and pack all of my nonfiction books. And this bin, the thing that's bothering me is that the camera's not focusing. The thing that's bothering me is that this bin isn't clear like the other ones, or like transparent. So that's why I was kind of like, but it's really not that deep. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pack these up, and because they're like the lowest priority of the books, honestly, the nonfiction. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put these in here. And if there are any that I'm gonna unhaul, then I will stop and tell you about those. Okay, I have put everything into this bin, but considering I have some more room, I think I might go ahead and put my graphic novels in here, and maybe I'm just gonna put my graphic novels in here. I won't put my Harry Potter books in here. I think I'm gonna let the movers pack those. If I have room, I'll put them in here just because it makes sense, but I don't consider like the Harry Potter ones like books I might read, you know? I really love this series. I have these 3 like Big Daddy books. They are, would you focus? I think they're like considered an anthology or something, but there are several volumes of saga in here. These are adult like graphic novels. There's definitely mature content in there, so not for kids, but they're really, really unique and interesting. So I'm going to put these in here. They're very heavy. Like I could barely hold those up. So let's do that. And then I have the first book of Lore Olympus. I really want to get into it. I've had that for a long time. I just haven't prioritized reading it, but I really, really want to. All right, so after putting my graphic novels in there, I still have plenty of space for my Harry Potter, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put those in here as well. I have this version of the Harry Potter ones. They're a paperback as well. They're not my favorite covers at all. They're kind of cool, but I definitely want the original covers. So once I get the original ones, I might unhaul these, the original hardbacks. Once I get those, I might unhaul these, or I might just keep them, or like hand them down to like kids in my life or something like that. But I shall keep for now. I also have the first two Mina Lima versions, pop-up versions of Harry Potter. If you haven't seen these are super cool. They have like interactive pages. This is like the letter that he got or something similar, and it's a really fun experience. I did see that the Harry Potter like franchise did choose not to continue its partnership with Mina Lima and making the rest of the books. So unfortunately, they're only gonna have the first 3 books. This one, Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, and then Prisoner of Azkaban, which is blue. I haven't picked it up yet, but I will eventually. But unfortunately, they're not gonna do the rest of the books, which is just so sad. Like, my heart literally is breaking over that fact. But these are incredible. Even if they aren't making any more, I encourage you to definitely get your hands on them. Okay, this is my nonfiction slash graphic novel slash Harry Potter box. Aside from the Harry Potter and the graphic novels, like high priority, not at all. But so that's why I'm not too mad that this is in like the case that is opaque. But we have that. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this over there on top of that other stack and finally do the TBR cart, and we'll be done. I have found some old grocery market bags. One of them has a little hole on the bottom, so I'll only use this one if I need to. Hopefully I can fit all of these in these 2 bags and like it not freak out about it. But these books are the ones that I am going to keep with me, like on my person, to be read. It's supposed to be just for like a month, but obviously this is way more than a month's worth, and I probably should have packed some of these away, but it's totally fine. This way it'll make it easy for me to like keep them, like pull them out and organize them once it's time for me to actually when I'm looking for them to read. So I am gonna pull my TBR. So I have Fire Between High and Low by Brittany Cherry, Along for the Ride by Mimi Grace. I know the Roommate Risk is, what's this? And these ones. I think, actually I think all of these were. So Bloodmarked and Legendborn by Tracy Dion, Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren, Thirsty by Jazz Hammonds, and Did You Hear About Kitty Carr by Crystal Smith. These ones are, I plan on doing like a reading vlog with at least the Abby Jimenez books, and maybe depending on how long the vlog is, I can probably add these 2 as well. So I'm gonna pull all of those, and once I've packed the bags enough, then I'm gonna put those on top. But the rest of these are going in the bag for highly anticipated, just not as anticipated as the other ones. The rest of the stuff on top, I have like all of my nerd dice in here, which is what I use to play my TBR games. This is my TBR jar. This is the jar that I actually use to like pull the stuff out of. And then these are my TBR cards that I've played once or twice. So I will pack those eventually. I am also going to put, I'm gonna put all the Mimi Grace aside, just because I know those are like quick. me make sure I don't have any more hardbacks. Honestly, I was expecting this to take way more bags, but I'm pretty sure I can fit all of these in like just one bag. I'm supposed to be reading these two this month. This is a library book. Yeah, I can fit all of these books in like one bag. So yay. I was not expecting that. Just considering like it literally took what, 4 tote boxes for the rest of the books. I just was totally expecting, what am I trying to say? I was totally expecting it to all these books to fill up more than just one tote bag, but this is literally everything that was on the TBR well, minus my most anticipated ones. So I guess what I can do is just go ahead and put the most anticipated ones in this other bag. Make sure this isn't the one with the hole, and I'll just put all those in this bag. So yay, man, that really worked out. All right, these are my imminent reads. So I've packed away all of the books in my house other than the one that I am like actively currently reading right now, which is Never Lie. Yay, I feel clarity. Let me show you all the books that I unhauled really quick, and I'll close it out. Of books that I am unhauling. In the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's that much, but I am going to see if I can find like a free little library or something like that to give it to. I know my actual library has a cart that you can just like put books right on, and I might be able to do that. But yeah, these ones just weren't bringing me joy. They weren't interesting me. I could literally forget about them, or I dislike them so much that I just want them out of my house. So yes, there are, let me count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 15 books, so that's not bad. Last time I counted, I had 113 books on my physical TBR, so now I should be under 100. So yay. But that's all I have for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and other than that, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.